Well, here's something I never thought I'd do. I bought a brand new John Deere lawnmower because I'm tired of that. That's 3 Craftsman lawnmowers. Granted, they were all hand-me-downs, but I bought a brand new one years ago, and it wasn't even 3 years old. It was 2 or 3 years. Transmission went out. Then when I bought this property from my dad, he had one that the engine was smoking. So I wound up having to take the engine out of mine that was only a couple years old, put in his because the transmissions weren't changeable. And that's what started this collecting. So then anytime anyone had a lawnmower they wanted to get rid of, no matter what was wrong with it, I'd take it. I have a pile of parts upstairs. This one here I got, and the frame was broken. And I got it the day before the lawnmower I had prior to that quit running. So it was perfect timing. Fixed that, I was back to mowing. That one there was a friend's that bought a John Deere like the one I just bought. And he thought he'd keep it for the grandkids. And they didn't really use it, so I wound up with that. And then that thing just died all of a sudden. That one there was a friend's that he'd gone through the engine and put new parts in it and got it running, and then it died on him again, and he was done. And then, like I say, I've done all kinds of parts changing. That's a different engine. The engine that was in here quit. The frame was, the body cracked there with the seat. I welded that. I drove from the shop right here to that corner right there, and the engine went out. I had another engine sitting in there from one of the other mowers I collected. Took the engine out, put in this one, used it for, I don't know, a year, and one day it wouldn't start. And same thing with that one. That one I mowed with, stopped to do something, never run again. Just crank and crank. So I finally, my wife been telling me for years, quit screwing around with that. You don't have time to work on that. You have other projects. Just buy a mower. Get a good one. So I did a bunch of research, and I got the X380. It's got a 48-inch cut. The biggest cut I've ever used was 46. It's got bigger tires, bigger seat, heavy-duty transmission, because I had the transmission go out on mine before. And it has a warranty, and it's like the old Sears credit card. You always wanted to keep that, at least when the Sears stores were around. If you ever had an appliance that went out, $10 a month, you could have a new appliance. They're not quite that good with this, but John Deere makes it pretty easy. If I went to a box store, I'd be buying another mower that's like that. Maybe it'll last, maybe it wouldn't, and I'd have to pay for it now. Buy this, it should last the rest of my life, and I can make payments on it, and it's pretty reasonable. So I picked up a lawn roller also, so I don't have to borrow my friends anymore. So we'll get this stuff unloaded and see how it works out. Well, I see a problem already. How am I supposed to harass the neighbors when this thing's so quiet? I used to always get a call from my neighbor up above me when I was mowing. He'd say, "Hey, shut that thing off, you're keeping me up." He was just messing around, but that's pretty quiet. That's revved up mowing speed. So